Yeah, I want to kind of elaborate on some things that I would like you guys to kind of look into, and I'm sure you'll find out the same things I found. If you guys look on social media, radio, and I've heard this before, right? You may listen to something on the radio, you may hear it, and it may, you know, relate to something that has been in your life, your day, a recent current event. What I'm finding is sometimes these people will actually put certain situations in front of you, create them to then be able to troll you and, past tense, right? So basically, they'll create a situation where, um, let's say you went to Wendy's and your food was messed up. And then let's say that you then see a commercial about a similar situation to maybe an order being messed up. Or let's say that you were thinking about going somewhere to eat and then you look on your phone or you look on Twitter or you look on social media and you see someone else eating or at some place or wearing an item or speaking about something that you may have thought of. I'm going to tell you that what I'm learning is that it may not be them reading our minds and listen to the plane, right? Listen to them telling themselves. It may not be our minds they're reading so much as it is the thoughts that they're implanting that they're then responding to, right? So if they give you a thought in your mind, right, and you don't know that it's your thought, you also don't know that the people who are responding to the thought, which you know is not yours, are aware that it's not your thought. Because that's really the gaslighting. The gaslighting really becomes an issue when you're around people who are playing the part that they aren't playing a part. So you have people who are acting as if they're not acting. That's the whole goal here. The whole goal is for them to look at you like with the what the fuck face, all the while knowing what their intentions and actions are, right? And that's one thing I find white people do the best. That's one of their best attributes is lying. No offense to white people. I have white friends. I love some so-called white people that I have rapport with. Most of them now would be targeted individuals. So most of them we call family. But as you know, the stigma, stereotype, again, like I was saying, is very nosy. And so, like I said, when you see these guys out here in that fashion, you know, like, okay, this is a setup. Like, just think of everything as being a setup. Don't think of everything as happenstance. No, it's no such thing as a coincidence with us. So you need to look at it and figure, okay, that thought in my mind was not mine, especially if it's only that's your characteristic. It's kind of easy because some of the stuff a lot of stuff that they put in our minds is sadistic and highly sadistic, highly sexual, highly evil. Only things that they could muster up, only things that they could fathom. And the whole intent is to get you off your kilter, to upset you. It's like if they can't manipulate you physically, if they can't break, then the next thing is the mental game. So that then you feel compelled to, you know what I mean? Like you have no hope, and then you're fighting your mind, and you're really not fighting your mind because that's what they want you to think. You're really fighting entities and other spirits, and it may not be about you or them inhabiting you. It could just be them around you. So that's another thing. Also, look at the social media. Social media, again, look at people. Like, again, I tell you guys, if there's anybody that you envy, and I'm using that word facetiously, but I mean it in like a form of like an attraction. If you're attracted to somebody, right? Look at the person that you find attractive, somebody that you may follow, and watch their moves. See how they act. Okay? I'm telling you, watch how you'll move and watch how they may move in response to you. Because the way I have it right now is I'm certain that we are well known globally. It's not just your hometown. It's not just your state. It's global. I can prove it. So don't let these people belittle you by acting like you're just a little pest in your neighborhood or you're a little pest in your town when they're pests. No. They know who you are. They know the significance. And if they didn't, they wouldn't be able to be manipulated to be around you. And I look at it, if you look at these people, you look at them, they look at you in amazement sometimes. It's because they haven't seen you. Number one, you're a ghost. Because most of us, if you're getting an age, like what I heard, like if you're over the age of 21, you're like a ghost. Like 30, you're like a champ. Because again, understand, your parents are supposed to like kill you off at a certain time if they don't get you in the doctrine. You know what I mean? Like they don't get you in that path of Satanism. They don't get you where they want you to, and then they're supposed to like, you're supposed to end up being a fuck off. You know, either they get you doped up, you're in the jail system, or they go ahead and X you off. You know what I mean? Now you don't like what I'm saying, but it's been proven. So, like I said, my parents, because I was just a badass, they were so, you know, the Most High allowed me to put a little uncertainty, aka fear, in them as I got older. And that created distance because they couldn't control me. And they knew that they had nothing on me to kind of put me away or put me in a jail situation. So they didn't try it until they could, and they failed again. So, again, like I said, you know, your parents know. They're not going to tell you. But also know that they also get paid off of you as well. And I'm pretty sure the money may be dwindling down because we're getting older. But they're supported in some way or manner to keep the lies, right? And if not, they're blackmailed. That's why I tell you that you shouldn't feel bad for, you know, receiving anything or asking of anything in your parents, because realistically, they have what they have because of us. And that's really everyone else as well, right? Because again, they have what they have because of us, because the stipulations is being around us and following us. So they keep and maintain what they have by following orders, which pertains to harassing us. Don't forget that. So when they say the world doesn't revolve around you, say it does, because it does. It may not revolve around one person, but multiple people for sure. And it's not the people who are following us. Because trust me, if the world revolved around them, they would bask in it. They would champion it. So watch out who your enemies are.